warnings right now, 2 of them, but that is definitely enough. But look at that number. Severe thunderstorm warnings, we currently have 21 of them. Right now, we do have a few glitches with our tornado warnings. The main glitch is it doesn't show the wind threat, it doesn't show the hail threat. It does tell you exactly the affected areas, the counties, and the state. That information is accurate. Just trying to work through some of those little bugs. That's why we waited until now to go live, just making sure that all that information is relevant and staying up to date. We've got a long night ahead of us. As you can see, this moderate risk is in areas a lot in Wichita Falls, Denton, Dallas. You're in that moderate risk for today. I know we did have a live this morning, and we're going to continue to have a live coverage here right now for the tornado warnings. Let's go ahead and make sure that people are aware. We do have this considerable threat here. This is a tornado warning that was issued at 3:44, so a few moments ago, and we do want to make sure that you're aware where this is going to be expected to impact. Let's see if we can get, it looks like it's mainly rural areas here right now, which is great. Max hail size is 2 inches. Radar indicated motion of this is southeast at 12 miles per hour. These dangerous storms with the severe thunderstorm warnings, they are expected to be into areas of Clarendon and Howardwick areas of Texas, so along that and south of I-40 area. So there's lots going on. These are very significant severe thunderstorm warnings. They have wind gusts 70 plus miles an hour. Damage is considerable threat. Appreciate Tex Guza, thanks for the lightning bolt, and Shava 2.0, I appreciate the follow. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at where the other severe thunderstorm warning and the tornado warnings are. We got 2 of them. The other one, there's a tornado warning right there, a new one. This is in Dallam County, Texas. That would be this one right over here. Let's go ahead and zoom into that. This was just issued here at 3:09. This one here was issued at 3:55. So this is a continuation of this cell right here. If you're along that extreme northwestern portion of Texas, this is right now a tornado warning here. And this is moving south. Again, this is expected to impact areas of Dalhart. The dew points right there is 64 degrees. You got a lot of moisture that you're working with there. Can we please see Nashville? I could go over to Nashville area. You guys don't have anything to worry about right now. You guys are kind of in a zone of marginal risk. You got nothing that's concerning right now. So we're going to go ahead and stay on these storms that are in the areas of Texas. We do also want to make sure that we make you aware of Oklahoma has a number of severe thunderstorm warnings right now, including areas that might be impacted by this. Take a look at this. We've got Ponca City, Blackwell, Tonkawa, Cherokee, Medford, Newkirk, Helena. So this severe thunderstorm warning does not expire for a couple of more minutes. And then we do have extending over to areas of extreme southeastern portion of Kansas. So Independence, Kansas, not Missouri, but Independence, Kansas here, and Coffeyville. You got this severe thunderstorm warning. They have Independence right on top of you. Cherryvale, that's in Kansas. Havana, 401. Liberty, Kansas, 414. 416, we do have Tyro, Deering, Coffeyville, about 431. 436, South Coffeyville, and Edna, Kansas. So there's a number of, and these are slow moving. So Topeka, Kansas, we're going to pull you in here a little bit, but Topeka, you're way up here, so you don't need anything to worry about as far as the severe risk. You're in general thunderstorms, so you're okay at this point. Don't expect anything in overnight hours. Most of this is going to continue to stay and track on an eastward and southeastward direction. The pink here that's highlighted, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. So in areas of Missouri, we got that until 10 p.m. Max hail size, 2.5 inch, and the max wind gusts could be 70 plus miles per hour with some of these storms. Edmond, Oklahoma. Edmond, Oklahoma, you guys are in the enhanced risk here. Apologize, I got too many alerts going on. Fort Worth, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex area, please, because the house I'm at isn't safe. Anna, Oklahoma, I'm assuming you're referring to. So Anna, Oklahoma, if that's what you're referring to. Right now, I'm just going through a lot of the risks, but the main thing, if you're in any of these areas that are supportive of your severe thunderstorm watches in this pink shaded area until 9 p.m., that's in the extreme northwestern portion of Oklahoma. Stay weather aware. You got a long night ahead of you, unfortunately. Drew, I am using WSV3. It's an application that I utilize through my desktop, so just be aware of that. And then we do also have PDS Severe Thunderstorm Watch now has been issued. Oh boy. PDS, when was that issued? Holy moly. Hang on one second. Let's take a look. We now have a particularly dangerous storm, PDS Severe Thunderstorm Watch. It was issued. I'm just trying to double check with the National Weather Service here. One second. Just trying to verify where these watches are, PDS. And of course, I'm struggling with that. So appreciate you guys staying with us. So the box that's outlined and kind of glowing here. Let me shut off the risks for today and just show you this glowing box. So this includes Chickasaw, Hobart, Lawton, Frederick. These are in Oklahoma, and then Childress, Texas, Plainview, Lubbock, Post, Texas, Snyder, Anson, Abilene. That is all in a PDS severe thunderstorm warning or watch, pardon me. So this means that they're expecting additional development as it comes down the line here over into even areas of Wichita Falls. Oklahoma City, you guys are in the risk for today, so just be mindful of that. These storms are moving in an easterly direction right now. As you can see right there, that severe thunderstorm warning, that's moving in an easterly direction at 30 miles per hour. So it's going to take some time, but we've got a long night ahead of us. Unfortunately, this does not show any signs of stopping. So we do have this severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. and then I do anticipate additional watches. Obviously, you got this PDS watch that's down here into Wichita Falls area. Very dangerous storm. I can't give you estimates of when it's going to hit Oklahoma City at this point in time, but just stay weather aware because you guys do have that probability for tornado activity in Oklahoma City this evening. It's a 5% risk there. Dallas, it's going to be late in the evening. There's a lot of CAPE going on. My son must be on the chat here. One second. All right, I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit of what's expected here. I'm going to shut off this radar here for a minute and show you estimates as best as I can. This is based on NAM3K. So estimated time for Oklahoma City is going to be sometime after 7 p.m. Okay, Oklahoma City after 7 p.m. Be mindful and look at how this is going to develop. These are radar estimates that I'm looking at right now. These are only estimates that I'm looking at right now. The warning boxes, those are legit. Those are live right now. Okay, so just be mindful. I can only go through this a little bit. So as you can see, this is why they have that PDS thunderstorm watch, because These are going to develop very quickly as it progresses south and east. We're talking 100-mile-an-hour winds expected in some of these. Actually, 105, yeah, 105-mile-an-hour winds and max hail size 5 inches. Folks, that is going to do some catastrophic damage. So just be mindful of that. And so this is a very dangerous situation if you're in Oklahoma City and areas that are southwestward of Oklahoma City for tonight. It's going to be a long night. By the time you get done with the overnight hours, by the time you get to about 4 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty much down here in Killeen and over into Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and shut that off. We need to get to the live radar here. Yes, it is getting worse and worse and worse for sure. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. If you have not followed already, I do the lives. Typically, I do those lives during the morning hours, but I did decide to go ahead and, since this is a very, very dangerous situation that's going on, I did decide to go ahead and come live. And plus, I was allowed to because I happen to have some free time here. So we're looking at live radar right now. This is looking at live radar right now. We do have this storm here with the tornado to the west of Clarendon. If you're not in your safe spot right now, Clarendon, Texas, I would definitely recommend you get into your safe place right now. Hold on one second. All right, so we do have Clarendon, Texas. Let me see if I could get some estimates on these storm tracks here. One second. Looks like this is going to stay mainly over rural areas, but there's still the possibility for this destructive storm to impact areas of Clarendon around 4:56. It's moving pretty slow, but this has got destructive wind, 80 mile per hour already impacted for that, and 4-inch size hail. So just be mindful about that. Fort Worth, you're not going to be getting this until later in the evening hours. I can't keep switching back and forth. Right now we have a dangerous situation, so just stay weather aware in Fort Worth. You got later tonight, the Fort Worth area. This is going to take some time, but it's building a line all the way up from the northwestern portion of Texas, and it will eventually impact areas of Dallas later this evening, sometime after 6 p.m. It would be estimates at this point. So stay weather aware. All right, let's see if we could get a track on this one. All right, here we got these storms. As you can see, it kind of progressing. This is over the last over this afternoon, a number of frames that we're going through here. As you can see, and I have the dew points on there. As you can see, some of the dew points over in areas of New Mexico, over in Santa Fe area, those dew points are much lower. So we got that dry line right along here, and then that's why we do have that severe weather popping up in here. What's the likelihood of a tornado in Wichita Falls? Well, the best that I could give you on that is what your risks are. So you got a 5% risk for Wichita Falls. Stay weather aware. Wichita Falls, you've got a number of storms that are trying to move along there. So the other dangerous part about this, if you don't get impacted by a tornado in Wichita Falls, there is that possibility of straight line winds. I mean, we're talking 80 plus mile an hour winds. That is no joke, no lie. So just stay weather aware. That's all I can advise you at this point. I wish I could go through everybody's section like I do in the mornings, but I can't do that. I've got to stay on these storms. We have a particularly dangerous thunderstorm watch in this zone. Let me go ahead and stop that. Loop here. Again, this glowing section, that is a PDS severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect until 11 p.m. This does include Wichita Falls, PDS. It's a particularly dangerous situation. So we could have numerous tornadoes, straight line winds, derecho. You guys are familiar. The program that I'm using, Gray, is a S as in Sam, V as in Victor 3. I'm not a I don't sponsor it. It's something that I happen to utilize, and it does the job very good. You do need a very good gaming type computer to be able to handle all of the different things that it can do. You're welcome. All right, so let's see. I've got a lot of chat going on. I don't have any mods in here tonight, unfortunately. The Dallas-Fort Worth area, you're in for a long night. It's going to be after 7 p.m. Actually, I'd be safer to say after 6 p.m. in Dallas-Fort Worth area for these storms. We already are starting to see some of these storms over in Paris. Now, this is just a special weather statement, so that just means that it's below the severe limits. The wind gusts are about 50 miles per hour, and they're moving off to the southeast. We do also have Longview, Texas. You got some storms here impacting Marshall, Texas, in the next 10 minutes. Some of these storms are moving, and in the eastern, the front part of the major storm is really starting to ramp up. We do have 79-degree dew point. I mean, almost 80-degree dew point over here. 60-mile-an-hour winds, considerable damage, and that's going to be moving over into areas like Logansport, Stonewall. Eventually, this is going to move over into areas of Shreveport, Louisiana as well. I can't go to any specific areas tonight. There's too many dangerous storms going on, and I'm just one person right now. So unfortunately, the best that I could do is give you your overall risks. All right, so let me just shut this off for a second and show you your risks. So if you're in this zone that's the brown shaded area, that is a 5% risk of tornadoes. Even if you're in the green section, you do have 2% risk of tornadoes. So that's the biggest risk that I could show you right now. So if you're in anywhere in those shaded areas for tonight, definitely stay weather aware, know where your safe place is. That's all that I could do right now. I am terribly sorry. What about San Angelo? San Angelo, you guys are outside of that tornado risk, but again, uh, don't don't discard that. You never know when a rogue cell could get there. So the San Angelo, I do suspect that you guys are going to have that some of that wind impacting your areas if this can go farther south than Abilene, because you are in that slight risk or a 2 out of 5 risk, that yellow shaded area for today. Anna, Texas, I could try to see where that's at exactly. I tried to figure that out, but I don't know specific area of where it is. So one moment here. And I want to get to all of you, trust me. Okay, Anna, Texas. So Anna, Texas, uh, you guys are in a margin or a goodness gracious, I can't speak. You're in between that enhanced as well as that moderate risk. So all modes of severe weather is expected for areas of Anna, Texas, Perrytown, Texas, Texarkana. Okay, hey girl, 22, Perrytown. Hold on, folks. I'm getting to you as quick as I possibly can, but I'm only one person, so please be patient. I want to keep you guys in here. I do. I understand that you're concerned about many different areas, but I'm only one person. I appreciate you. All right, I'm going to get to Perrytown. So right now I have over 4,000 views. I've got 42 new followers. Um, I've got a ton of people in here, and I appreciate that very much, but I can't possibly get to everybody. So I appreciate you understanding. All right, Perrytown. or Perryton. There we go. Let's go ahead and get to you right now. I got to zoom out on my other one here. 1 second. One bad thing about this app is I can't do a search for a specific town. So for a guy like me that's not used to, there we go. Perryton, you guys do have the considerable impact there with that. Looks like Booker and Derazuet. There's that. You have a number of storms that are just over by Spearman. See if I can get an ETA on this. Looks like that's on top of Stinnett. Let me see if I can get so Stinnett and Pringle, Texas. 3-inch hail. All right, let's take a look here. Oklahoma, if you're in Oklahoma, I'm going to cover you guys all. Oklahoma, you're pretty much under the gun for all modes of severe weather, even areas of Texas from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, all the way up to Perryton. Obviously, this one here, this is another tornado warning, 2 3/4 inch. So Ware, Texas. We have this tornado warning from 3:55 until 4:45. That's a long track tornado. This is radar indicated. We don't have any confirmation of that one being on the ground. Again, this is tornado radar indicated. That's the second one. And then let's take a look and find where the third one is, if that number on the bottom is correct. I believe there's 3 of them here. Let's find out if that's over here in eastern part of the U.S. Nope, it looks like we just got the 3. Here we go. Goodness gracious. This one over by Paris, Texas. I was talking about that a little bit ago. Um, and this is, see this rogue cell, when these things can get going, this is also tornado radar indicated. And the areas that this could impact, mainly rural areas, but this could impact areas of Tyra, Texas. Maybe possibly if this rogue cell continues moving into a southeast direction, Sulphur Springs area could get impacted, Mount Vernon area, but that's a long ways to go and it's only moving at 15 miles per hour, so a lot going on. Thanks for sharing the live. Thanks for the follows, folks. I appreciate it. Again, my goal today is to get at least 100 new followers. I'm at 58. Let's go ahead and do that. My job here is very simple. Try to make sure that everybody is aware of the weather that's going on. I try to get to as many of you as possible. Now we have a new mesoscale. We got this watch here. This is the max hail size expected in some of these areas that's in this glowing polygon. You could have max wind gusts of 105, I'd say even higher than that. And this is a particularly dangerous severe thunderstorm watch. Okay, all of these storms that are moving off to the east, they're eventually going to start moving to a southeasterly direction and eventually impact areas of Dallas, Fort Worth area later tonight, sometime after 6 p.m. So Perryton, Texas, yes, you do have that severe thunderstorm warning right now over your area. Let me see if I could switch to NIXRAD radar here. 1 second. I'm going to go to level 2 radar here. It's going to take a moment to load all of that, so please be patient with me. It's not able to give me, let's see if I shut everything else off here. Shut that off. Going to go to next level radar here, level 2 radar. Let's see if I can bring that up. It's taken a moment to figure itself out, so hold on one moment. All right, so here we go. We got rotation indicator, mesodetection right here over Booker. So if you're in Booker, Texas, I believe that's Texas. Let's make sure of that though. God, it's right on the border of Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle. There's some rotation right in here. Storm direction, we have southeast at 38 miles per hour. The rotation, low level rotation, 31 knots. Strength index is 6. We've got a lot going on with that periton storm there. Let's see if I could go to the velocity here. I'll take a look at base velocity. Ooh, goodness gracious. You definitely, the classic signs here of that rotation right there. You got the greens and the reds moving on in there. So folks in Booker better be in your safe place. Also areas of derecho, be in your safe place. This is a highly dangerous storm right here. We got rotation indicator in there. Let's go ahead and go to some of these other ones here. We do have this tornado warning here as well. Rotation, obviously, because it's got a tornado warning on it yet. That tornado warning expires in another 24 minutes, but I do expect, so this is impacting to areas of Ware, Texas. And looks like the rotation on that low level rotation is 13 knots. I can't get to any specific areas. Can you look at Lubbock, Texas? 400 plus views live. Yes, exactly. Tufts weather. It's going nuts. How is Amarillo looking? Let's go ahead and go back to that here 1 second. Amarillo, right now, things are moving off to the east side of you. Let me go back to the reflective look here. And we'll put this into play here for you for a little bit. So these line of storms are moving off to the east. However, there is some building to the south that we are seeing a line right here. You can kind of see that line over by Paducah. Obviously, it's a little hard to see it because we got some waves of that, but it's returning it a little bit harder to see it. But we are expecting some of this southerly, southeasterly direction here to start building, and that's why they have the PDS watch until 11 p.m. in these areas covering Childress. So now we do have this tornado warning, a new box here, new polygon. This tornado warning was issued at 4:21 moments ago. We have that motion. Like I said, it was moving southeast. So now we have it moving southeast and going into the ripe environment. It's moving 23 miles per hour. This is a radar indicated tornado. Max hail size 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. We're at 75 new followers. Let's get to that 100. We got 25 more to go. We got 75 new followers, 76 now on TikTok. We got to get to 100, folks. My job here is very simple. Make sure that more people are weather aware and give the information that we can make sure that people stay safe. Please make sure, I'm not a meteorologist. All I'm trying to do is just alert people of the information as best as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and shut off the radar here real quick and go to level 2. Okay, all these little boxes that you see here, the 2 and the 1, those are some hail indicators. But you can see this one up by Dalhart, Texas. That's got some rotation there as well. Let's take a look and see if we have any cells. I also, with this tool, can also look for local storm reports. Let's put that on there. So we do have confirmation of a tornado. Tornado was confirmed on the ground by multiple storm chasers. This was up by Cimarron County, Oklahoma, and that was at 2:47. Was that. We also have at 3:52 p.m. today, we text line. That was some hail that was reported. See some other reports here. At 4:05, we did have some significant hail dropping over by Pampa, Texas. The storm reports are kind of late to come in here. It looks like from Mping Baseball Plus over by Armstrong, Texas. That was 4:11. So these are confirmation. These are pretty dangerous storms that we got going on here. So just be mindful of that. They're moving fairly slow. As you can see here with this particular storm, it's moving 23 miles per hour. I've seen much faster, but we don't want to have them move too slow, and we don't want to have them be too destructive. Again, we're at 88 followers. Anything for Pennsylvania right now? I can kind of go over there for just a brief moment. You guys got lots of flash flooding expected in your area. If I move over to that radar here real quick, I'll try and do my best to put that up here. Really, as you can see, lots of rain, but not anything nearly as significant as we have in some of these areas. We do also have a tornado watch. I don't want to discard this. We do have a tornado watch until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for areas of Virginia, Fredericksburg, Richmond, and then we also have all the way down here, we do have that severe thunderstorm watch on the East Coast there until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time or 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the areas of concern. Major concern would be these areas here in Oklahoma as well as Texas. Fort Worth, Nathaniel Dellway, it's going to be a long night for you. Fort Worth area. So we're expecting some severe weather to ramp up here in your Fort Worth, Texas area sometime after 6 p.m. It's starting to move pretty quickly. So let's go back to live radar and let's see what's going on here. We do have so Weatherford area, we do have a rogue cell right here. So I would be very worried about this. This is east of Breckenridge, okay? East of Breckenridge, we do have a pretty significant storm. Let's take a look and see if there's any areas that could be impacted by this. Let's see what the counties and areas are. Looks like it's going to stay over rural areas right now, but Mineral Wells and Millsap, you could end up being impacted with this. It's going really slow, 18 miles per hour right now, but if it does pick up speed, or if it does get to this storm that's further north of you guys, Jacksboro, Texas, this likely will start building a line right here. And those, when they join together, we could start seeing some pretty impactful severe weather, and I'm talking wind impact. We could have 80 plus mile an hour winds there. Sulphur, Oklahoma. Is Sulphur, Oklahoma safe? You guys are not out of the woods in Sulphur Springs. You guys are in a risk here for some severe weather in Sulphur Springs. You guys are in this whole zone here. I mean, find your area where you are near Chickasaw and all of those areas. Sulphur Springs, you guys are in the um, burnt orange color. That is the enhanced risk. You have a tornado warning to the north of you, and let's take a look at that. That is moving southeast. It is moving fairly slow, 15 miles per hour. So Tyra, you would be about 5:09 p.m., Tyra, Texas. It's a very small area, but still, just be mindful. They're popping up all over the place. Perryton, Texas, back up to Perryton. You guys are going to continue to see additional development. You're not out of the woods. This storm here, this is Perryton. You have that storm to the east of you that's over by Booker. Right now, we don't have any areas that are expected to be impacted, like any highly populated areas for this severe thunderstorm warning. Booker and Derecho, that would be covering the 1.5-inch hail. It's moving at a southeasterly motion. 31 miles per hour. Terrell, Texas, I can't get to every single one, but if you're in Texas area, unless you are south of Houston, let me just kind of run it down for you. So if you're south of Austin, south of Houston, and let's see here. South of Junction, Texas. Got nothing to worry about. Any of those that are further north, any type of severe weather is possible. The reason why I say that, even though some of these areas like Round Rock are in the marginal risk, you never know when one of these rogue cells are going to get going. So just stay weather aware. Hot Mama, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Zamarillo going to get hard. Yeah, you guys got a lot of rain, and Louisiana, you guys are expecting to have that risk over in Shreveport, Louisiana area. If I go to the live radar there, again, this is look at live radar right now, and you do have some storms just to the west of Shreveport, and these storms are expected to move in an easterly, southeasterly direction. As you can see, 60-mile-an-hour gusts. Some locations that are expected to be impacted by this would be Marshall, Carthage, Hallsville, and eventually this is going to make its way over into areas of Louisiana. You got some areas down here in the southern part of Louisiana right now that do have some significant storms, but they're not severe level yet. They're special weather statements, so 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts down in DeVille, Brulette, Center Point, and Lake Ophelia National Wildlife Refuge. So there's also this storm here. Again, 50-mile-an-hour gusts. Really not expecting anything other than, for the time being, anything other than special weather statements out of these for the time being. But later tonight, in areas of Louisiana and areas of Arkansas, you could end up seeing some significant wind threat, as well as the possibility for tornadoes, because you do have over in this Fort Smith area, you do have that 2% risk, that green, and then Texarkana and points east and north, points westward and northwestward, you guys are in that 5% risk. All right, I'm not able to get to Snyder, Texas. I'm sorry, I can't. With my current radar that I utilize, even though I pay dang good money for this, I can't do a search for Snyder, Texas, and I don't live in Texas area. I guess I could look at this other one without you guys. So 1 second, Snyder, Texas. Let's see here. You guys are Snyder, Texas. You're to the west and north of Abilene, so you guys are in that particularly dangerous. Oh, there it is, by golly. Snyder, Texas. You guys are in the box that's got the PDS Severe Thunderstorm Watch until 11 p.m., so stay mindful. Abilene, you guys are in that risk as well. These storms it's going to take a while for these storms to get there, but once they do, all modes of severe weather are possible, including 4 to 5-inch hailstones and possibility of a derecho. I mean, you got these line of storms that are moving along here at a pretty good clip. Up by Pampa, Clarendon, you got this tornado warning. Locations, Good Night. Never heard of a place called Good Night, but goodness gracious. That's a tornado warning. They're mainly rural areas right now, but let's take a look and see if we can find some other areas that could be impacted by this tornado warning. Memphis, Texas, Headley. I'm going to zoom in here and go. I'm just going to go to these ones here that have these, because the main thing is alerting people of destructive storms. Okay, so Headley, Clarendon, you guys should be in your safe place already. Memphis, Texas, Wellington. Eventually, this could end up impacting your area. Actually, it's moving off to the southeast. So let me just rephrase that. So it's moving off to the southeast. We would have Lakeview, Esteline, eventually Childress, if this stays in the course that it's going. And then this one here, this is moving off to the south as well. So you got all these areas, Pampa, White Deer. See if we got some areas that I can see. Skellytown, you're in that risk with the tornado warning. So you should already have been in your safe place. White Deer, Panhandle, Texas. Not the Panhandle, but the actual town or city called Panhandle. Groom, Texas. So these storms that are up here by Borger, Texas, eventually these are going to make their way southward. So if you're in this path at all, you definitely need to make sure that you're staying safe. Stay safe, Jadelin. It's going to be a very, very long night for you guys in Perrytown or Perryton because you got these storms here. You're kind of the flash flooding possibility is pretty significant as well because these storms are going to be packing a whole lot of punch with the dew points that we have and the moisture that's there. So right now we do have 3 tornado warnings. We got this one right up here, just to the northwest of Dalhart. Thankfully, this is going to expect to stay over mainly rural areas. And then this area here, we don't want to discount folks that are in the area of Missouri. Let's go over here and take a look. You have a severe thunderstorm watch in pretty much the central part of, including Sedalia, Missouri. We have possibility of 70-mile-an-hour gusts. And that severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 10 p.m. That includes areas of Jonesboro, Missouri. That also includes areas of St. Louis, down by Richland, Lebanon, Conway, Springfield, unfortunately also Joplin, Missouri. We're going down to Bartsville. That's a severe thunderstorm watch. So Bartsville, you just need to be weather aware as well. You do have a significant storm that's expected to impact your area right here. Let's take a look here. We do have Big Heart, Personia, Coffeeville. There we go. We got these areas. Cedarvale, that's already impacted that area. Looks like Edna around 441. All right. What about Kentucky? Kentucky, you guys are outside of the. Let me go ahead and zoom in here on my other app that I'm utilizing here. All right, so Kentucky, you're in a marginal risk if you're over by Paducah, Mayfield, Evansville. That's for today. Tomorrow, Bowling Green, Somerset, you guys got some risk overnight hours into tomorrow. So just stay mindful and weather aware in the overnight hours as well as tomorrow. Check Prosper. I'll check that right now. Prosper, Texas, I'm assuming. All right, let me see if I can find Prosper here 1 second. That's in Collin County, and I'm having a hard time finding it on my other app here. 1 second. Folks, it takes a lot to get this going. I utilize 2 different apps just so that I could get your guys' information as best as I possibly can. So I appreciate your patience while I'm trying to work through this. So this is Denton, kind of that Denton area. Hang on 1 second here. I think I'm going to have to switch back to Radar Omega as much as I hate to. Because no matter what app I use, it seems like I end up having still issues with trying to find all these specific areas that people ask me about. So it's Dallas, kind of Dallas. Here, 1 second. There we go. A little tough. So it's hard to find some of these smaller towns. I'm not going to lie, it's very difficult to find those. So if you're near the Denton area, you do have a few storms starting to build up. You're in that 5% risk, so stay weather aware if you're in that area. Yes, definitely say major cities. Burleson in Johnson County, Burleson. So that's around the Fort Worth area. You guys are in the Burleson. You guys are in the. So are you guys able to see this brown? Just trying to make sure, because sometimes I wonder, like, what the deal is here. This brown shaded area, that is a 5% risk for tornadoes. So all modes of severe weather, if you're from Corsicana, Dallas, Shreveport, Louisiana, all the way back to Dumas, Texas, and areas of Oklahoma City, all the way down to Schneider, Texas, and Abilene. You guys are in that 5% risk. So, folks, what I would definitely do if I was you, oh my gosh, I got 132 new followers. I was hoping to get 100, and I appreciate it so much. I did not realize I went to 132. This is crazy. All right. So, again, my objective here today is to make sure I'm happy to get the followers, but my main objective is to make sure that people are weather aware, and I don't do clickbait. I do live weather updates as quickly as I possibly can, uh, but sometimes my full-time job limits me to that capability. Here we go. We got a new tornado warning. This was issued at 4:37, so I'm a little late. Thankfully, it's over mainly rural areas, 2-inch hail size, Ware, Texas. That is a concern. And I was talking to you guys a little bit about making sure Borg in these areas to the south were in a safe place. Skellytown and Borger, Texas, you guys definitely need to be in your safe place if you're not already. It's basically on top of you. This is radar indicated as well. We don't have any confirmation of that being on the ground. Again, all these are radar indicated at this point. The 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th one? Let me take a look here. I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Texas. 4 of them in Texas. One must be over top of the other. 1 second here. One, two, three, 4 of them. Thanks for sharing the live, folks. I do appreciate it. I now have 156 followers. I appreciate that very much. All right, so again, we do have these storms. This is a live look at the radar. See if I can get this to pull up here. 1 second. This is going to end up impacting areas of White Deer, this tornado warning. And honestly, Skellytown, Pampa, LaForest, Texas, White Deer, Panhandle, Texas, Groom, Texas. I mean, all of these, McLean, Texas. Because any of these one tornado or severe thunderstorm warnings that we have right here could drop a tornado, honestly. I was talking about Clarendon earlier, Howardwick. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rotation here. See if we can see the rotation indicators here. 1 second. I'm just going to move on out to another radar here if I can. 1 second. Over by Amarillo here and see if I can get that level 2 to show up here. 1 second. Okay, now I can get those. So I had to have my level 2 on. Groom 428, McLean 516, McLean, Texas. These are the severe thunderstorm warnings. And then look at the indicators right here. Let's see if we can find the rotation here for level 2. Velocity here. 1 second. I'm going to pull up the velocity. I mean, look at that. The reds and the greens. That's some major rotation. Look at that. Low level delta velocity, 74 knots. See if there's any information here that supports local storm reports here. Don't have anything other than destructive hail right down here, but we do have, let's see here, that tornado confirmed over here by a chaser. Don't have any other indicators supporting, but we do just have, it looks like 1, 2, 3 tornado warnings right now. All right, again, I appreciate it so much, folks. I wish I could get to everybody. Right now, we just have the 3 tornado warnings, and these are continuing to build as well. We're going to end up being in a line of gusty winds. We could have 100 plus miles an hour. Let me go ahead and put back the major forecast for the watches here. Again, folks that are in this glowing outlined area, that is a PDS watch. PDS, severe thunderstorm watch. It means a particularly dangerous situation. Max wind gust is 105 miles per hour. So as much as I hate to say it, we're not even close to over with this yet. Okay, let's go ahead and go down to this area with our radar reflective look here. We've got these storms building over by Frederick, kind of a line moving along here, and those could end up being pretty significant over the next hour or two as well, likely because these are going to be continuing to move off to an easterly direction and then eventually kind of a southeast direction. They're going to be going where all that wonderful moisture is. Look at over by Mineral Wells now and Weatherford. We do have this considerable damage threat. 1 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Let's take a look. It looks like that's going to stay over mainly rural areas here, but Millsap could end up having that impact you, and Weatherford eventually. Lippin, Texas. Oklahoma City, or later tonight. Oklahoma City, I keep looking back. Perryton, you still have some risks over in Perryton later. You go ahead and go to level 2 radar here, and actually I'm going to shut this one off and I'm going to go to the composite so I can look at that and see universally. This one over by Perryton, it's just to the southwest of you, and that's moving off to the east. So you could end up getting another one here, Perryton, Texas. So just stay weather aware of some gusty winds, no doubt, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Again, possibility of some more hail tonight for Perryton. All right, areas of Oklahoma. Let me see if I can zoom back out here a little bit and kind of take a look at Oklahoma City. You guys are in that 5% risk for tornadoes today. So you got a little bit of time. So after 5 p.m., we do expect some of these storms to become more linear movement and eventually impact areas of Oklahoma City. Pretty much all of Oklahoma isn't, well, yeah, no, they definitely are. The whole state of Oklahoma is under a risk for tornadoes. The green shaded area is 2%. The brown over by Ada, Ardmore, Wichita Falls area, Chickasha, you guys are in the 5% risk for tornado activity. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad that you're on here. I appreciate all of you. I wish if I had a whole bunch of people that were knowledgeable with weather, um, I would love to get a lot more moderators, but unfortunately, sometimes uh, some moderators can have a tendency to get a lot of clickbait and false information, so I have to be very careful. Ardmore, Oklahoma, again, Ardmore, you're expecting to be in that, or you are in that 5% risk for tornado activity. So it's going to be a long night for you in Ardmore. Pauls Valley, you're in that PDS severe thunderstorm watch until 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or 11 p.m. Goodness, my days and my nights are all starting to get together. 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, that PDS severe thunderstorm watch. What that basically means is there's a particular dangerous situation that's unfolding. We could have wind gusts 100 plus miles per hour with these storms as they track eastward and southeastward. So be mindful of that and stay weather aware. 184 new followers. Goodness gracious. What is North Carolina looking like? So let me go over to North Carolina. Most of your weather is about to be done. For areas of North Carolina. It's pretty much off the coastline. So 9 p.m., the severe thunderstorm watch, or I'm sorry, 8 p.m., severe thunderstorm watch expires. So I would suspect that you guys are pretty well out of the woods at this point. Don't expect any additional development. The reason why I'm saying that is mainly because the um, temperatures and the dew points, the dew points are still pretty high, but the temperatures, they're continuing to still rise there. So the atmosphere over there has kind of stabilized out. So you should be okay there. Areas of concern would be still Richmond, Virginia area. We've got a number of storms here. Hampton, Sydney, in a few more minutes. And then areas Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Drake's Branch, Keysville, some of those areas in Virginia, expecting some additional development. Now, this yellow glowing area, we do also have eastward direction, 65 mile an hour direction, but that is tornado watch until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That does include Washington, D.C. area. So there's some of this continued development. Right now, we have special weather statements. We don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings over here, but there's also that risk up in areas of Pennsylvania too for the flash flooding. So lots of moisture going on in many of those areas. Let's go ahead and go back to Texas, folks. Thanks, Tufts Weather. I appreciate it. Springfield, Missouri area. Again, Springfield, Missouri area, you do have some storms that are just to the west of you, a little ways, Greenfield and Miller, Missouri area. These storms are moving in looks like a southeasterly direction. Yes, at 37 miles per hour. There's special weather statement over here by Pittsburgh, Kansas area. I believe that's Kansas. Yep. Pittsburgh, Kansas area, and these are some areas that could be impacted by that around 505 Next City, Purcell, Alba, Carytown, Carthage, Avila, Reeds, Sarcoxy, and La Russell. These would be areas of Missouri, kind of in the southwestern portion of Missouri. You're going to eventually see some of these other storms here impact. Of course, Bartsville, severe thunderstorm warning expected to impact your area with 60 mile an hour wind gusts and 1-inch hail max size. That has already been reported. That severe thunderstorm was issued at 4:48, and it is going until 5:45. The reason for that is it's kind of just staying over some of the same areas and covering a lot of different areas there. We do also have this one here that's going to impact South Coffeyville and Hollow area of Oklahoma with 1-inch hail there as well. All right, so we do have some other Shidler at 509. This would be in areas of Oklahoma Webb City around 511. Again, this is in areas of Oklahoma. Shidler 517 for acre. That's the extreme northern tier up by Ponca City, right bordered by the Kansas and Oklahoma border there. All right, let me go ahead. Somebody asked about Enid. Yes, you do have a storm that is off to your southwest, and this is moving off in an easterly direction. Could impact areas that are just south of you. But the thing that I would be concerned about is the fact that you're still in a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Enid and North Enid, Oklahoma areas. Again, areas that could be impacted by this particular storm, Okeen and Longdale. Well, Okeen at this point because Longdale's already had that impact. Now that does have Longdale, Canton Lake, Isabella, Orion, Homestead, and Southard, a 1-inch hail there. Corinth and Tulsa, Oklahoma area, I can get to you real quick, and I'm randomly grabbing these folks. The chat is going nuts. And I apologize that I can't get to every single person, but I appreciate your patience. I'm trying to stay on some of these tornado warnings as best as I can. So this is still kind of staying over the same area. Again, White Deer, Panhandle, Texas, Groom, Texas. You guys all need to stay weather aware in here because we do have a number of these tornado warnings that are kind of continuing to rebuild back over the same areas. There's that. Okay, so this was a confirmed report. It was 15 miles at 4:39. There was a confirmed report of a tornado. That was by emergency management. The tornado was on the ground. That was 15 miles west Dull Heart. So we do have that confirmation now. And so this is a dangerous storm right here. Thankfully, it's going to impact, mainly areas that don't look to be highly populated. Unfortunately, some farmland being impacted there, but all right. So areas of concern. So all of Oklahoma is in a tornado risk. I can't go through all the specific cities and states. The reason for that is we still have very dangerous storms going on. We got 3 tornado warnings. We got 26 severe thunderstorm warnings going on. You can see those areas that are impacted. There's a severe thunderstorm warning ticker. I've taken a long time trying to get all that stuff perfected so that it automatically pulls it from the National Weather Service as it comes in. So just be mindful of that. Arlington, Texas area. Let me see if I can find you on here 1 second. That's near the Fort Worth area. You guys are in that PDS severe thunderstorm watch until 11 p.m. Dallas, Texas, you're in that PDS, or you're not in the PDS yet, but you are in that 5% risk for tornadic activity. If this storm over by Mineral Wells continues to build, as I suspect that it will, Fort Worth and Dallas area, you could be impacted by this over the next few hours. I can try to go through some other risks here, but it's very difficult to get all your guys. Risk for Sulphur, Oklahoma. Are you guys Sulphur, Oklahoma? One second here. It is so hard to find every single city here, and obviously, let me see if I can find Sulphur on this other one here. 1 second. Wynnewood, Pauls Valley area. I think I saw that earlier. So it's a little hard for me to get to that specific area, but 2% risk for tornadic activity. So stay weather aware. Pretty much if you're in Oklahoma tonight, you're going to have some storms continuing into the late night. Pauls Valley area, you're in that, oh, there's sulfur. Okay. You're in that particularly dangerous severe thunderstorm watch. So these storms will continue to move off into an east-southeast direction, and you got a long night ahead of you. Oklahoma, I'm going to say it again, folks, and I'm not trying to be rude here. If you're in Oklahoma, stay weather aware. You have anywhere from a 2 to a 5% risk of tornado activity. And as you can see now, this is moving, this Wichita Falls, you got this linear movement right here. If I can kind of show you right along here, it's building that storm cell, likely a gust front building right here. And that's why we're expecting this PDS, or why this PDS severe thunderstorm watch is issued, because we're expecting a particularly dangerous situation unfolding. All right, so let's take a look. Memphis, Texas area, about 5:51. Gosh, these things are moving super slow. 3-inch hail with this storm here. 3-inch size hail. The severe thunderstorm was issued at 4:53 and does not expire until 6 p.m. That's the one that's over by Clarendon, Texas. This one right here. 70-mile-an-hour winds expected along with 3-inch hail. And then this particular storm here, we do have areas of Turkey, Caprock Canyon, State Park, Quittack, and Valley Schools, and Bryce. These are in Texas. Goodness gracious, 218 new follows. I can't believe it. That is crazy. That's how 218 followers is how much I had when I first started uh, doing TikTok. And then in like 1 month, I blew up to 4,000. It's crazy. I appreciate the follows so much, everybody. All right, so this we still have now just one. Goodness gracious, that is good news. I mean, it's still dangerous, so we do have this one tornado warning. And local storm report here. Hang on one second. At 4:39, that was that one. So at 4:20, there was a storm chaser that reported a funnel reaching the ground multiple times before quickly going back up, and then it went back down. So that's this one here. Again, thankfully over rural areas here. But Dalhart, Texas, you got a pretty significant storm there. And this one here is going to impact areas of Amistad, Hayden, and Sedan. That would be over into the New Mexico area. And actually, speaking of New Mexico, you got a bunch of special weather statements along I-25 area that are just kind of training cells here. I call them training cells because they're training to be the big boys, the big storm cells. And once they go further eastward, they're going to be in that environment that is very rich. Let's take a look at the temps and more importantly, the dew points. Take a look at that 63 degree dew point, 79 degree temperature still, 58% relative humidity. And Amarillo right now around 63 dew point. And going in, look at this 70 degree dew point, 75 degree dew point in Wichita Falls. This is crazy. Duncan, 73. It's going to a rich environment for storms and lots of moisture. So just be aware of that. What time will it hit Wichita Falls? Since this is mainly over rural areas, I will do a solid here real quick and I'll shut these off and I'll go back to radar estimates here and kind of give you guys a rundown of radar estimates here. 1 second. 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 All right, so radar estimates that I'm going to give you here. 1 second. I'm going to let's look at HRRR. I trust that more than anything at this point. We'll go out to 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm going to kind of give you estimates here. Bear with me one moment. Again, I want you to be mindful. We are looking at radar estimates right now. The polygons and all those warnings that you see, that's live. And the tickers are live. But we're looking radar-wise. These are radar estimates. All right, so let's go ahead and give you guys a solid Wichita Falls. This is looking somewhere around the more significant threat for Wichita Falls would be after 8 p.m. Central Time, Central Daylight Time. The Dallas area, it does not look like the significant portion of those storms are going to reach your area until sometime after 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So you got a long night ahead of you. I'm not sure where Corinth, Texas is. So 1 second, I'll try and get to you. Again, I'm just grabbing these. So it's over near Denton, it looks like. Keller, so Keller, Texas, you can see there. Denton, you guys, sometime after 10 p.m. These are radar estimates right now that we're looking at, okay? And then somebody asked about Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and take a look at Oklahoma City area, okay? The most significant portion based on radar estimates, Oklahoma City, Chickasha. So Chickasha area about 7 p.m. would be an estimate. Oklahoma City, we're looking at around 7:45. And then by the time you get to 11 p.m., it's pretty much over with for Oklahoma City and Norman, Oklahoma. But then it moves into that southeasterly direction. We got Sulphur, Oklahoma, areas, Hugo, um, again, Paris, Texas, Sherman, Texas. That's around 10:30. And then we're moving through. This is a little after 11 p.m. Clarksville, Texas area. Look at that. Mount Pleasant, Pittsburgh, Texas area, Canton. This is looking at about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. This is radar estimate for 1 o'clock in the morning. Still a wall of wind. Let me get my drawer out here and show you here 1 second. The reason why I'm saying a wall of wind, look at this curvature, okay? That's a curvature, and on the back side of this, you have a major gust front that I would suspect would be here. This is going to be where we're going to have significant impacts as well. I mean, we're definitely going to see it over in these other areas as well. Whoops, I got to get rid of my drawer here. Whoops. Appreciate you guys staying with me. I'm trying to get to y'all as quick as I can. Again, these are radar estimates that we're looking at. And the only reason why I'm doing this right now, instead of staying on that tornado warning, is because the tornado warning is mainly over rural areas, not impactful to uh, to any major cities. So it's right up here over south of Dalhart, Texas. And I could still take a look at that and see it does not show where area is kind of the area that's expected to get that. And I did already alert folks over there. Okay, let me go back out a little bit and show you these radar estimates again. All right, these are radar estimates that we're going to go through here. Clarendon, you're expecting more development after 8 p.m. again. So it's going to, like I was saying, going to go over the same areas. All right, I'm gonna be a long night tonight, so stay safe, everyone. Exactly. Thank you. I wish I could have got to everybody here, but it's very, very difficult to get to every single person. Sorry, folks. All right, so I'm going to go over to this area over in Shreveport. This is a look at 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's back it up a little bit. So, sometime after 2 o'clock in the morning, areas of Shreveport, Louisiana, will have that wall of wind, pretty significant impacts. Thankfully, it starts to try to die out as you get into the early morning hours, so about 6 o'clock in the morning. But stay weather aware. There could be some flash flooding, could be some embedded tornadoes in Louisiana area, even areas of Texarkana, Hope, Arkansas, Camden, El Dorado around 4 o'clock in the morning. And then just so you're aware, let me see if I could get the model information to show up a little bit larger here. 1 second. See if I could get, trying to get that to show up a little bit larger for you, but it doesn't look like I'm able to get that to show up here. One moment. There we go. Maybe you guys can see that now. All right. So that's a little bit better for you. I think you guys can see that now a little bit better. So these are model estimates, and those are the times. So let me go ahead and go through this here. Georgia, you guys aren't seeing a whole lot right now, but tomorrow you could end up having some impacts to Georgia area, and that's going to be tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, you guys have that probability in the southern portion of, well, pretty much all of Alabama, as well as uh, Mississippi, Georgia, slight risks. That's a look at tomorrow. This is a look at today's risks. All right, let me go ahead and go back to live radar, see if there's anything else that we got going on here, folks. Shut off. I've got so many different things on here. 1 second. We do have this PDS Severe Thunderstorm Watch. Again, that is until 11 p.m. Let me shut the model information off here. Go back to composite look here. 1 second. All right, so we do have we do have 2 tornado warnings. Where's the second one? Where is that? Oh, that's a continuation. Okay, so let's see. This is a continuation. So they have 2. One is not expired yet. That expires in 2 minutes. So then they do have this one continuing right here. Let's see if they have some other areas that are expected to be impacted by this. Again, it looks like it's staying over rural areas. If this holds together, though, it's moving off to a southeast direction, could end up impacting areas of Channing, Texas. Garland, Texas, please. That would be part of Dallas area. So you guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. Possibility of hail being 4 inches or greater. Max wind gusts 80 miles per hour. There could be some storms embedded in there that are going to potentially have that tornado risk as well. So just be mindful of that. And that is going to be late tonight. Anytime after 6 or 7 p.m. in the Dallas Fort Worth area. So if you're in any of that metro area, be mindful of that. You do have a couple of storms that up by McKinney, Texas, Sanger, and Denton, Texas, that are trying to get going. Let's go ahead and put that into play here a little bit. Looks like it's really building up. Really building up quite a bit there. Excuse me. We do have a couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings right here just to the southwest of Weatherford. But again, these storms are not expected to impact a whole lot of areas. So we got Gordon, it impacted that area. But these things stay together. We got Lippen, Tulare, Stephenville eventually in Texas that could be impacted by this with 1-inch hail and 60+ mile-an-hour winds. Let's go back out. Yep, Junior Trucking. I did mention Dallas, and that's going to be after 6 p.m. tonight. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So you could end up having 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts as it gets through. If it all holds together, these storms are really trying to get its act together. If you're west of there, like over by the Scotland, Wichita Falls area, you have much more impactful, dangerous weather there because you got the possibility of 5-inch or DVD size hail, and particularly dangerous situation. Severe thunderstorm watch until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Can you tell me if Decatur, Texas, see the storm? It is possible. All right, let me go back to our weather models again. I apologize. We're going back to the weather models. I apologize. I did not remove that. I was looking at live radar, so I apologize here. That's the tough part, trying to keep it all straight, folks. All right, so let's look at Decatur since I have it up here. Decatur, you guys are looking at sometime, according to this weather model run, not going to get to your area until after 10 p.m. So your overnight hours are going to be pretty risky. That's odd, though, that they would have this severe thunderstorm watch only until 9 p.m. So if this holds true, I would suspect that they're probably going to extend that severe thunderstorm watch. But it all depends on if the atmosphere can get stabilized and all of that. So it's going to be a very long night. Mesquite, Texas. I'll take a look at that. User 3909 and something. Just hold off. I'm getting it. Can you please stop? I appreciate that very much. Houston, you guys are okay. Don't expect any severe weather in Houston, Texas today. Mesquite, guys, Mesquite is over by Dallas. So thought I kind of ran through that, but we'll go ahead and go through it. So Mesquite, sometime after, looks like after 10 p.m. as well. So pretty much that Dallas, Fort Worth metro area includes Terrell, Royce City. Maybe the issue is that you guys can't see that well. I'm not sure. Again, this is what we're expecting sometime. Look at that. Garland, North Richland Hills, Forest Hills, Aledo, Mesquite, All of those areas, sometime after 10 p.m., are expecting significant storms. Major hail expected. Could end up with DVD size hail in these. Tyler, Texas, is that in the Dallas Fort Worth metro area? Nope, that's not. So that's over to near Longview. It's a little further east. Tyler, Texas is in this area right here. So let me zoom in to show you Tyler, Texas. It's right here. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe you guys can't see. Are you guys having difficulty seeing? I want to make sure that, are you guys having a hard time seeing the cities? Is that the issue? I want to improve this if I can. Somebody tell me, are you guys having a hard time seeing unless I zoom in? Okay, okay. Let me go ahead and increase the settings on that. 1 second here. Unfortunately, it's going to kind of get a little more clouded. All right, so can you see that a little bit better, guys? If you guys, okay, that's good, much better. All right. All right, so you guys can see those areas now. I'm thankful you guys can see those areas now. I apologize. I see this is why we need these so that we can help get the improvements. So Tyler, Texas area, look at that. This is what we're seeing there. Again, this is somewhere around Tyler, Texas would be after 11 p.m. All right, let me zoom back out here and get some of these. Hopefully it doesn't get too clouded. Goodness gracious, look at all those. That gets a little clouded. That's the only bad thing about this is I have to kind of edit the font every time. Otherwise it gets way too... Okay, maybe if I don't make it bold. Maybe that'll be better there. All right. All right, so we got these areas here, and hopefully that'll help. Alan Burleson, Texas. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Good job, guys. We got 300 followers gained on this live, 300 followers, and we are still ticking. If you have not followed already, please be sure to go ahead and follow. We're going to be live as long as we can until the wife tells me to get kicked off. And we got 2.5-inch hail with this tornado warning right here. And again, this is over rural areas, expected to impact areas of Channing, Texas here shortly. Let me see if I can pin your message. Hang on 1 second here. Thanks, Tough Weather. I appreciate it. It's really, really difficult to pin things. That's the tough part. Really difficult to pin stuff when I'm using a phone. Oh, hey, Jay. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Jay. Jay, our moderator, he's here. No, Jay was able to pin it. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Jay, I'm glad I hope you're feeling better, dude. All right, so we got some crazy weather going on. Jay's in here. All is well. All right, so we got a number of severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go back to live radar here. Bring that back up here 1 second. Make sure I'm on the right one. I should have texted you, Jay, but I didn't want to bother you. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can find out here. Hopefully these dang cities aren't so large. I need to bring them down just a little bit. Goodness gracious. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. All right, you guys can see that a little bit better, hopefully. Not sure. Might be a little tricky. All right, so let me shut off the radar estimate and go to the live radar here real quick. All right, we're going to go to live radar here so that we can show you guys what's happening here. Let me get the composite on here. There we go. Thanks so much for the follow. And yes, Tufts Weather, my live is going crazy. 22,000 views right now. New followers, 328. And only 5 diamonds? Really? Folks, I only got five diamonds, and I've been live for gosh, who knows how long. Um, that's all right though. I guess it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got 33 active severe thunderstorm warnings and only 1 tornado warning. So the good thing is only 1 tornado warning right now. This tornado warning right now is over areas of a rural area, so we're not expecting anything real significant impact until it impacts areas of Channing, Texas. But most of this is going to be over rural areas, and it's moving pretty slow at 21 miles per hour southeast direction. Some of these other storms, this is Skeleton 605. I mean, let me close this out. I feel like this has got to be wrong. 1 second. That's my son. All right. Gosh, this is just getting so clouded in here. So we got severe thunderstorm warning that continues until 5:30. So a few more moments on this one. I'm going to shut off this one and see if I could get live NextRad on here. I want to get NextRad radar pulled up and get to a decent radar so I can show you guys here. There we go. All right, so these can show it a little bit better. And then that way I can see rotations as well. Whoops, hang on 1 second. I have to go to the Amarillo one here to kind of see this rotation possibility over here. It's taken a moment to pull up the velocity, so I appreciate your patience. I have 5,000 followers now. Yeah, that's sweet. Only 5,000 more to go to get to my goal. All right, so this storm here, you can definitely tell the rotation right in here. Let me take a look at the correlation coefficient. Might have to go to, looks like I have to go to a different one here. 1 second, correlation. Where is that at? Correlation, CC. All right, CC. I don't know, it doesn't look that impressive to me, but again, it is a tornado warning. There is that mixing going on there, that's for sure. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold on. There's that right here. You can definitely see it right here, folks. That's where that green, so if I put my estimator on here, you'll be able to see this is outgoing, outflow, okay? And then this is incoming to the radar. Green in, red out. So that's that rotation right in there. Yes, it does have a hook echo. Thank you. Thank you, Jay, for blocking. This is moving off to the southeast. This tornado warning right here is moving off to the southeast at 20 miles per hour. It's moving pretty slow. Thankfully, mainly rural areas. It'd be even better if it wasn't even going at all. And then this has got a severe thunderstorm warning also with the 1 3/4 inch hail, Hartley, Texas for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other severe thunderstorm warnings as well. Skellytown and Borger, Texas. That does not expire for another 30 minutes. That's the main thing is these storms. Look at that, 615. They're going kind of slow. Let me go off of the velocity and go back to reflective here. So you guys, look at this. Oof. Now you want to talk about a gust front. Let me go ahead and get my drawer on here. 1 second. Look at this right here, folks. That's where that line is. I think that would be like an outflow. Florida Panhandle, right now I'm not able to discuss that right now. Oh, it's Borger, not Borger. Sorry, thank you. Okay, Chrissy, I appreciate it. So this is like a front right here. And let me put on the temps there. Take a moment. 79-degree temp right there, 91. Goodness gracious, I got to shut off this. That's one thing that's bad about this. I have to clear paintbrush, and then I've got to finish paintbrush. Got to tell it all this stuff. It's one thing would be nice if it did it all by itself. All right. This storm right here, again, mainly over rural areas. We just have the one tornado warning right now, thankfully. But these are still some pretty intense storms right now. Over Pampa, Skellytown, Borger, White Deer, Pampa, Kings Mill, Groom, and Fritch. These are moving at 30 miles an hour and some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Ooh, we got rotation down in this one. There's our rotator. Meso detection, rotation 35 knots, base height 5,000 feet, depth 10,000. Goodness gracious, this is pretty. That's on the back side of this. Let me go ahead and take a look at the base velocity here. It is looking pretty impressive there, I'm not going to lie. Goodness gracious. So there is some circulation definitely in this storm here. Let me go ahead and do a solid and try to help folks with this storm here. So Lakeview area of Texas. Looks like this storm here is moving off to the southeast. So Turkey and Caprock Canyon State Park. Yes, my app shows rotation. Yes, 60,000 feet. That is a lot. Let me go ahead and pull up. I can show you gate to gate shear as well. Here's gate to gate shear, which honestly, that part I can't remember what gate to gate shear is. Actually, I have to look it up. So gate-to-gate shear is the change in wind speed and/or direction between two radar gates or pixels on a Doppler radar. It's essentially the difference in wind velocities between adjacent radar bins, indicating potential circulation and rotation within a storm. So there is lots of rotation down here in this cell here. You can see that. There's even some rotation down here as well. Look at that gate-to-gate shear right there. Let me go ahead and put the probe on. 22 knots. Might be a little tough to see. I might actually have to go to a different radar here. Let me look at this radar. It might not actually be that. 1 second. So the tough part is sometimes, depending on what radar you're on, it could end up showing rotation or it could not show rotation. So it looks like this one down here doesn't have near as much rotation, but still dangerous. And this one right here does still have rotation over by Turkey. So Turkey, Texas area. Goodness gracious, 366 new followers on this live. I am blessed at this point and appreciate all of you joining. So right now we are looking at all of Texas. This polygon here is PDS, Severe Thunderstorm Watch, until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Could be possibly excess of 100-mile-an-hour winds. So these are including areas of Anson, Stamford, Haskell, Texas, Burke Burnett, Wichita Falls, and then as we get into areas of Oklahoma, Ardmore, Marietta, Sulphur, Lindsay, Purcell, Anadark, Roosevelt. This is all in that area. All right, take a look at this one up here. We do have some rotation as well up in the northern section of Oklahoma. Actually, that's southwestern portion of Oklahoma here. Got 29 knots. That's a lot stronger right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at base velocity there. It's going to be a little bit hard. I got to get to a different radar to show you that, folks. Take a look at the OKC one here. Might have to go to level 3 radar here. 1 second. All right, velocity here. Hopefully I can see that. There are some areas that are expected to be impacted by this. Will be Foss Reservoir and Berlin. Not right now, sir. I appreciate your help. All right, let's go ahead and show this level 2 radar here. 1 second. So these storms right here over by Canton, and I believe that would be, whoops, why am I going to South Dakota? Hold on. These are just over by Kansas and Oklahoma border here. These are going to continue to move off to the east and impact areas over by Independence, Kansas. It looks like Pawhuska, Oklahoma, about 6 p.m. That center portion of that. We do have a special weather statement for this area here of Oklahoma, but really, I bet we're going to probably end up seeing this cell continuing over here in Oklahoma with its tornado warning because it's a lonely cell all by itself and nothing really stealing the energy at this point from it. So that's going to be. It's still looking pretty gnarly storm right here. We could try to take a look at. Yeah, it's still looking pretty gnarly, but it's. I'd like to get to all of the areas that I possibly can, but it's very difficult. We do have some rotation in here, possibly 18 knots, so it's not real significant, but I think this is probably more wind than anything. Still over the same areas: Panhandle, Texas, Skellytown, Texas, Pantex, and White Deer, Pampa, Kings Mill, Groom, and Fritch. Gosh, these areas have been seeing it all late afternoon into the evening. As you can see, pretty destructive. This is 90-mile-an-hour winds and 3-inch hail down here. Let's go ahead and see this new severe thunderstorm warning, see which areas are going to possibly be impacted by that. All right, so again, this is going to be locations impacted. This is a dangerous storm down here. So Paducah, Texas could be impacted by this, I would not doubt, over the next hour or so. 80-mile-an-hour winds, destructive hail, 2 3/4 inch hail. Let me go ahead and put my alerts on here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Tornado warning is now observed by emergency management. Thank you, Jay. Yes, there it is. 5:09 p.m. and expires at 6 p.m. 20 miles per hour, and they did finally put that observed. What you should be worried about, the main thing is make sure, so, Prentice, so what I would advise you to do is make sure that they know where their safe place is. If they've got a tornado shelter, lowest level of the floor, these, areas of Wichita Falls, it's going to be a long night for you folks. Unfortunately, a long, long night. You still got 90 degrees in Wichita Falls, Texas. The website that I'm using, it's not a website per se, but it's an application that W is in Walter, S is in Sam, V is in Victor, and then the number 3. Okay, the tornado sirens are going off. Where is that exactly? Oh, in Joplin? Let's verify that, folks. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's go over here and get into Springfield radar and see what we got going on here. I don't see a tornado right now, tornado warning. I do see it's more than likely not tornado warning sirens.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
What the world? Green Bay was Shawana, Wisconsin. We got stuff going on up there. All right, so Joplin, you do have right now 549. Let's take a look and see what the risk is. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We also have Carthage, Webb City, Carl Junction, Galena, Aranago, Carterville. You guys can see all these. Let me see if I can get these kind of moved out here a little bit. But this is expected even area. This is over in areas of Missouri right now. So Dennis Acres, DeQuincy, 555, Leewood around 555, Silver Creek, Saginaw, and around 6 p.m. Diamond, 618, Granby around 634. These would be areas in the extreme southwestern portion of Missouri that would be impacted by the severe thunderstorm warning. Right now, it's a severe thunderstorm warning. I don't see anything that indicates rotation. Let me verify though. It looks like it's a whole wall of wind, lots and lots of wind going on right there, and some hail. It's a cluster of storms right in there. What's the ETA of the Wichita? Hang on one second here. We don't have any storms over in the Wichita area right now.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
That's why I'm glad I got Jay back. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Wichita Falls, you're talking about. Wichita Falls, not Wichita, Kansas. Gotcha. All right, so let's take a look. Wichita Falls. Again, Wichita Falls, you're in that PDS, Severe Thunderstorm Watch, until 11 p.m. We're going to take a look at live radar right now over in areas. It looks like it's trying to get itself going, but it's going to take a little bit of time yet. Again, not expecting in Wichita Falls until after 8 p.m. I'll be honest with you. Let's go ahead and take a look again at this one here. We do have, so folks that are over in Channing area, Channing, Texas, since this is an observed tornado, it's the only one we have right now.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Another severe thunderstorm warning for Bedford, Virginia. So we do have this tornado warning that is expected to impact areas of Channing, Texas. Again, mainly over rural areas. It's moving pretty slow, only at 20 miles per hour. We'll go over to Norfolk area, Virginia. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick and see if there's anything that suggests, because I know Virginia is in a tornado watch. You guys are in a tornado watch until 9 p.m. Central Time. So we do have some storms that are brewing up over there. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Waiting for the radar to push that through. 1 second.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so we do have some storms here that or over in areas areas of Virginia. We don't have a whole lot going on as far as rotation from what I can see here. Yeah, not a lot going on with that. And even up into areas of, excuse me, we do have a reminder that we want to give you guys that you are in that risk in Washington, D.C., as well as some areas of Maryland and Virginia, that you're in that risk for tornado activity today as well. So just stay weather alert over there as well. Nothing that I can see over in Virginia that's suggesting major concern as far as tornadic activity.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Again, most of the activity we have right now going on is in the areas of Oklahoma, areas of concern with the extreme southeastern portion of Kansas. We got a number of those going on as well. Let's take a look at Kansas area for now. I'm gonna have to shut that off. It's having a little bit of a difficulty showing the whole, that little tiny storm right there. It looks like it's getting cut off. Let's take a look and see if I can find a better view of that might be helpful. There we go. That's a better view of a live look. So we do have that storm making its way here. Elk City around 6:39. That would be in areas of Kansas. And then we do have Sedan around 6:12 p.m. Let's take a look at this one here. Moving pretty slow, but Centrala, Oklahoma.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
We got more in Texas going on. Areas of Canton, this would be in Oklahoma. So that already passed you. Hitchcock, Oklahoma, 6:13. And they're kind of going over the same areas over and over, 60 plus mile an hour winds there. Elk City, it's right on top of you there. Okay, somebody wants Joplin. Yes, I can take a look at Joplin again. Right now, it is a significant storm. We do have 70 mile an hour wind gusts with this. So straight line winds is probably more than likely here. And this is
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So as you can see, that's impacting to areas of Diamond, Neosho, Seneca, Goodman. These are in areas of Missouri, and this is going to continue in a southerly direction. Southeast direction at 24 miles per hour. Areas that are going to be impacted, of course, Joplin, Carthage, Neosho, Webb City, Carl Junction, Galena, Aranago, Seneca, Granby, Carterville. I can't even pronounce all these, but that whole area is expected to have the impacts right there. Let me see if I can change the settings of the city labels here a little bit.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, that's Texas again. Let's go back to that again. These areas, Newtonia City or Stark City, Neosho, even Goodman area of Missouri. Go back to Texas here, 1 second. So this one right here, we are seeing a significant threat as well. 70 mile an hour wind gusts, 2-inch hail. Wish I could get all the areas, but obviously below you're able to see the severe thunderstorm warnings and what they have impacting that area. So we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Likely, in my opinion, it would be, yes, that same one up here that we were talking about that's observed. Well, now it says radar indicated, but I have a feeling, so the one that was observed is now going to allow to expire at 6 p.m.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So everything is getting underway with these severe thunderstorm warnings and 70 mile an hour wind threat. All right, I'm going to take a look at the Joplin one. Let's go ahead and take a look at that a little bit further here. We need to stay on this because actually this looks like it's starting to tighten up. One second, and I'm going to pull composite off of here, and I'm going to go to base velocity here. 1 second. It's just pulling the radar here. 1 second. Appreciate y'all. I'm staying on this one.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Having a hard time pulling that in here. 1 second. We got 3 directions of this storm. It definitely is rotating. Surprised it doesn't have a signature on it for the rotation. This is showing the wind shear. Look at those directions. Now that should tell you right there. Let me zoom in here. There it is. There's a signature.
A new
Okay.
severe thunderstorm warning has been
We do
issued.
now have a meso strength on that. 1 second here. Was showing it a moment ago. So right here, meso strength index is 5, so it's not near as significant, but it still is um, showing that wind shear there. Gate to gate shear, quite a bit. I have a feeling this is probably due to the wind threat that is expected to happen there, but there could end up being uh, straight line winds in this puppy right here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, 60, 60. Can't believe they're not showing this as a heavier one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Well, thank you so much for the follows,
A
everybody. I
new
appreciate
severe
it.
thunderstorm warning has been issued.
What in the world? We got stuff happening in California? Got to be kidding me, man. So there's that rotation right here, just to the southwest of Joplin area. Let's take a look and see some areas that could be locations. There's the 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Some other areas that could be impacted by this. Are you looking at my phone? Okay, hold on a second, bud. All right, so we just have the 2 tornado warnings right now, and we're still looking at this one here over by Joplin. The main reason is there's a lot of rotation in there, and it is in a rich
A
environment
new
here.
severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
That's my son. He's taking a look here. Look at the pink zone here. That is all severe thunderstorm watch. All up and down over even over areas of St. Louis, Missouri. And then this one here, we now have that severe thunderstorm watch that is now, this expires at 9 p.m. Oh, I guess we did have that already. And now we got some storms happening over in areas of Dallas. Let's go ahead and get to the live radar information here a little bit closer to that area. All right, so we have wind gusts 60 miles an hour. Let's take a look and see if there's any areas that are expected to be impacted by this. 1 second.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, so Lakewood Village, 5:38. The Colony right now, Hebron, 6:10 p.m. Huh? Yes, Collin County, Texas. That's this one right here. All right, let's take a look here and let's see this one. We got storm motion on this one is 60. This is a considerable threat here. Hail threat 1 3/4 inch. All right, so the 2 tornado warnings is just these right here that have been continuing over in areas like a rural area. So the one is going to expire here in a couple of minutes. That one is the one that was observed. And then we have this one here that's impacting to areas of Channing, Texas. So if you're in the Channing, Texas area, please take shelter now. Dangerous storm will be with you very, very shortly. It might actually pass to the south of you, southwest, but still definitely want to make sure that you're in the safe place. Who's asking about? Okay, Tyler, Texas. The radar software chaser, Isaac, that I'm using is WSV3. All right, Tyler, Texas. 1 second. Dude, don't pick your nose. Can you go wash your hands?
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right. I'm trying to get to these areas that you guys are asking about as best as I possibly can, but it is very difficult. Who is saying I'm OG Bobby Johnson? Yeah, yeah, Jay. Okay, who are you talking about you going to get people hurt? Who are you talking about? OG Bobby Johnson. Who are you saying is going to get people hurt? Sorry, folks. I want to make sure I cover this. Well, evidently, OG Bobby Johnson doesn't want to say, or they already left.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Who is playing Weatherman? I'm not playing Weatherman. This is a serious situation. I am not a weatherman. Never have. Huh? Okay, don't worry about it. Jay will take care of it. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure that we got everybody covered. All right, let me go back and shut off some of these reports here. 1 second. Don't worry about it, Nate. All right, so right here we've got tornado warning. I'm not trying to.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Hey, Chris King, Southern Oklahoma. All right. I'm going to shut off these watches for just now because I think I got this too clouded at this point. Too much going on. Okay. All right. So we've got a number of areas of concern here. We've got Canton, Oklahoma area, Okeen, locations Watanga, Kingfisher, Taloga, Okarsh, Okeen, Thomas, Seiling. Oh, Stratford. Let me go ahead and.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right, for Stratford, you guys are in that risk. Again, in Stratford, you're in that enhanced risk. And go back over. OKC, yes, you guys are expecting to have some storms later this evening. So after 7 p.m., that's the best that I could give you at this point. After 7 p.m., these storms are expected to make their way over to your area.
A new severe
Thank you very
thunderstorm warning has
much.
been issued.
Thank you, Sky Puppy. Nice radar. Yep. It should be a nice radar. I pay a pretty good penny for it. All right. So, anything for Lubbock? I can take a look at Missouri here real quick. And folks, I can't get to every single possible area, but there are storms over in the southwestern portion of Missouri, over by Joplin, that have significant wind threat, 60 plus mile an hour winds. So if you're over in areas of even Branson, Missouri, if I put on the risks right now for your tornado probability, that green shaded area, that is the 2% risk for tornadic activity. That includes Cassville, Seligman, even just to the west of Branson, Missouri area. Holy cow! All tornadoes that have hit Ada, Oklahoma spun up over my property. It's crazy. Yes, thank you, Tufts Weather. Appreciate it. All right, Gilmer, Texas. Gilmer, Texas, you guys are in that risk, and Tyler, Texas, you're in the enhanced risk as well. So just be mindful of that. I can't give you exact timing right now because we do have that tornado warning that I want to stay on. Um, go ahead and end that back here. What's false radar?
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So Tyler, Texas, you guys have a enhanced risk for severe weather. That'd be a 3 out of 5. So all modes of severe weather are expected tonight. And we don't have a fake radar. Yeah, Tufts weather, don't worry about it. That's just people being people. Weatherford, Texas. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show radar estimates real quick, and then let's go ahead and do radar estimates here. 1 second. I'm going to shut off the live radar just for the moment.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
One thing is bad that this always goes from precipitation to precipitation type. Here we go. All right, these are radar estimates that I'm going to show you right now, folks. I'll try to get to as many people as I possibly can with the estimates here. Granbury, Texas. So Granbury, you're in that moderate risk today. Let me put up those risks again. If you're in this red zone, that is a high risk, or I should say technically a moderate risk. So a 4 out of 5 risk for all modes of severe weather. We're going to take a look at this radar estimate. You can see the time, model time.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Okay, model time here. These are estimates. Yeah, when you see these darker shades like the blue and the purples and the darker shades of red, those are pretty intense storms. So be mindful of that. That's looking at 9:48 p.m. I can't, with my current radar, I can't specify, I can't search for each little city. So you kind of got to pick a specific area like Dallas and where you are in the general geographic area of Dallas and go out from there. So we are expecting additional storm development, Bowie, Mineral Wells, Texas area, um, Oklahoma City sometime after 8 p.m. Take a look at this right there. More Norman, Oklahoma area, expecting quite a significant impact there sometime after 9 p.m. Through, it looks like finally Oklahoma City, about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll be out of the woods. Pretty much all of Oklahoma will be out of the woods by the time you get to 2 o'clock in the morning. But it's going to be a long night until then. And then this wall of wind over in Shreveport, I know somebody asked about Shreveport. You have concerns after 1 o'clock or after midnight. You got a storm that's kind of popping up there, and then it's going to kind of die out, and then it's going to pop up again after 1 o'clock in the morning. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you all. All right. Battlefield, Missouri, Arlington, Texas. I wish I could get to everybody. Feel like I need like 100 mods in here. What's the purple over Crowley? Hold on. Can you help me with that part, Nate? If there was purple, that's an intense storm. So I apologize, but if you these are radar estimates. So here's the biggest concern that we have. This is going to be a wall of wind that's going to be impacting. This is looking at around 3:54 in the morning, and what we're looking at here is
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
we're looking at the eastern portion of Texas. Let me go back to live radar here. Let me shut these off, and we're going to get out of the radar estimates. Again, it's a long night if you're in portions of Oklahoma, Texas, and then after midnight time frame, you're looking at a more significant threat further east as you go into tomorrow in areas of Mississippi and Georgia. But I can't go into all those areas right now. All right, folks. Now I am going to verify one of my awesome buddies um, to see if he is live right now. One second here. I'm just trying to verify. Oh, I'm getting people that are trying to partner with me for some stuff. Hold on a second. 1 second here. I've got to verify. Okay, folks, if you live in the Texas area, I'm going to have to stop my live here very shortly. So, one person that I trust quite a bit is Mesomat. And so Mesomat, Mesomat.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
So he is on TikTok. So I know I'm multi-streaming on YouTube as well as Facebook. So I am going to have to stop because I got to make sure my kids eat and I got to eat. So let me go ahead and the other one that you can follow if you're in Texas area, NTX Weather. N is in Nancy, T is in Tom, X is in X-ray, and then weather, 2 words. So we definitely want to make sure that we stay on here as much as we possibly can, but we are going to have to, family first. We got to make sure that our kids eat. Got to make sure that they do a solid as well. Um, so I'll text you when I go back on, Jay. Thank you so much. All right, we gained 426 followers from just this live.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Over 31,000 views. Lisa Miller, yes, pray in the name of Jesus. The Lord had a protection upon all our states. Yes, I pray that they do. So right now, the tornado warning is radar indicated, and it's over areas of Channing, Texas. Again, any one of these storms could end up impacting with straight line winds tonight, as well as big time hail. Some of these have had they've had a history of 4-inch hail. Some of these storms, so just be mindful of that. This is an inch and a half Some of these ones up here in northeastern portion of Oklahoma are now special weather statements versus severe thunderstorms. But you do still have a significant storm over here by Joplin, Missouri.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
With that, I'm going to let you guys go. God bless you. Stay safe. Do I think hail will come to Stillwater, Oklahoma? You're in that risk, so it is a possibility. Stay weather aware is all I can advise you at this point. I'm going to let you guys go. Um, yeah, Joplin is getting impacted pretty heavily with that rain as well as the hail and the wind threat right now. So I'm going to let you guys go. God bless you. Stay safe. Please be sure, if you haven't followed, go ahead and follow already. I will have morning updates at 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time tomorrow. There's some risks in the Dixie Alley here tomorrow as well. We'll do some of those weather updates. Right now, there are 28 severe thunderstorm warnings, and I hate to leave you right now. Looks like that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. We're waiting for that to come through on here. Yep, it looks like it has been allowed to expire.
A new
So
severe
we're
thunderstorm
just
warning
waiting
has been
for that
issued.
tornado warning indicator below to go away. But right now we actually have 25. My numbers on here are not updating as quickly as I would like, but that tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So I'm going to let you guys go. God bless you. Stay safe. If we should end up with some more severe weather, I mean, obviously there's plenty. We'll try to go live again here, but I do have to pick up my son at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So you guys have a great rest of your